Seventh instruction from branch group is RSTM, that is restart. It is a software interrupt. We are having total 8 software interrupt, and whenever interrupt signal received to microprocessor halts the current process and gives attention to the restart, that is give attention to the interrupt signal. Whatever requirement are there for the interrupt signal, whatever program is to be executed for interrupt signal, that program gets executed, and again control is transferred to the main program. As again control is to be transferred to the main program, the address of the next executable instruction from the main program is to be stored in stack. It is to be stored in stack. RST is a software interrupt. Whenever interrupt receives, at that time the attention is to be given to the interrupt signal. Whatever requirements are there, whatever program is to be executed for that particular interrupt signal, that program is to be executed, and again control is to be transferred to the main program. So the address of the next executable instruction from the main program is to be stored somewhere else, and it is stored in stack. It is stored in stack. So stack pointer decrements by 1. Initially, suppose stack pointer is at 5437, it decrements by 1, and PCH is stored. High order of next executable instruction from the main is stored. Again stack pointer decrements by 1, and low order address is stored at that memory location. After that, the content of program counter changes. The content of program counter changes, that means the normal sequence is changed. It is transferred to somewhere else. And how it is transferred, by what formula it is transferred, it is given by 8 into n. N means RST number. We are having total 8 software interrupt, and name of that 8 software interrupt is RST0, RST1, RST2, RST3, RST4, RST5, RST6, RST7. How to get the call location of that RST? That means from which memory location the program is to be executed for that particular RST. It is given by formula 8 multiplied by n. Whatever number you will get, that number you will get in decimal form, and that number you have to convert it into hexadecimal form. You will get the call address. For RST0, 8 into 0, you will get 0. Call address is of 4 hexadecimal digit. You have to write 0, 0, 0, 0. For RST1, the program is to be transferred to the memory location, and from that memory location, program is to be executed. 8 multiplied by 1, it becomes 8. And convert it in terms of hexadecimal, you will get 0008. 8 into 2, 16, convert into hexadecimal, you will get 0010. 8 into 3, you will get 24, in hexadecimal you will get 0018. 8 into 4, you will get 32, in hexadecimal you will get 20. 8 into 5 you will get 40, in hexadecimal you will get 28. 0028 is the call location. For RST6, 8 into 6, 48. In hexadecimal, the call location is 0030. 8 into 7, it becomes 56. The call location becomes 0038. That means when restart 0 is there, the call location from which program is to be executed is from 0000. When that program gets executed, again control is to be transferred to the main program. As control is to be transferred to the main program, whatever the contents are there in stack pointer, that contents are again transferred to the program counter. As that contents again transferred to the program counter, from that memory location, the program gets executed. By one more formula, you will get the call location. From one more formula, you will get the call location. Here, that formula is given. Don't consider this part for this instruction. This part is not required. You are having 0 to 7. That means to represent 0 to 7, 3 bits are required. Here N, 16 bits are there which represents the program counter. And here it is written in red. For RST 0, write 0 using 3 bits. 0, 0, 0. Convert that 16 bits in terms of hexadecimal. You will get the call address. For 1, write using 3 bits. You will get 001. Convert it in terms of hexadecimal. You will get the call address. For 2, write it using 3 bits. 010. Convert it in terms of hexadecimal. You will get 10. Similarly, for 3, for 4, the same formula can be applied. For 5, for 6, and for 7. For 7, the equivalent is 111 using 3 bits. You will get the call address as 0, 0, 3 and 8. This is the call address of that particular interrupt signal. It can be also represented using group of 4 bits. This indicates program counter high. Again group of 4 bits and group of 4 bits. It indicates program counter low. Program counter high and program counter low together represents the call address. In this way also you can get the call address.